In my goat like him, I like it. You know I'm down with you the nicest. Nobody touched me in a right this. Nobody touched me in a crisis. I believed all of your dreams generation. You took my heart and my keys and my paper.
Alright, so now I'm back and yeah, I've concealed around my mouth. And today I'm going to be using the new Morphe M444 brush. It's so soft and it is the new and improved, well, it's like the sister to the M439. It's just a lot wider and about the same density. Yeah, they feel about the same density, just maybe a tinge more dense, but really can't tell the difference too much. I opted to go with this not only because it's new and I wanted to show it off to you guys, but because I like how it's a lot wider, so it can buff out the product a lot more than this one would. I'd be here just a little while longer spreading the product on my face. So we're going to see how this works with the new, well, not new because it's been around for a while, but it's new to my channel and it's new for me because I just bought it, and it is the Estee Lauder Double Wear Stay in Place Makeup. Everyone has been ranting and raving about this, so we're going to see what the hype is about. So yeah, I got the shade in 5W2 Rich Caramel, so we're gonna see how this works out. Guys, so this is how the foundation is looking on me after that application. How it felt with this brush, it felt like the brush was tugging a little bit on my skin. I'm not sure if that's how it's supposed to feel or that's just because of it, you know, working with this foundation, but I think it's just the brush. So that's going to be a feeling that I have to get used to a little bit, but the brush is really, really soft. It blends out foundation really, really well. I can't say how much, like how soft this brush really is. It's really, really soft. It feels really, really good buffing on my skin. And it looks like this also gives like a streak-free application, because I don't even have to go back in with my beauty blender with this foundation. But yeah, as for the color with the foundation right now, I feel like it's pulling a little bit red. Yeah, not really feeling that too much. I can see a little difference between my face and my neck. Like I can see the difference in the undertones. Like I can tell that this is not like exactly a perfect match, but we'll see as the day goes on how it's gonna look. but yeah, I'm feeling this pull a little bit red. As for the coverage, I think the coverage is really nice. As you can see, it did cover up my hyperpigmentation on my neck fairly well. You can still see it showing through. That's fair enough, but I think for a first application, like, it did really well. As for like the dark circles under my eyes, it did okay. I can still see some of the darkness showing through. The pits are always going to show through, so I don't like knock any foundation for that. But some of the dark circles are still showing through. My mustache is still there. Oh, but yeah. But yeah, so right now I'm just going to finish off the rest of my face and I'll be coming back. Alright guys, so this right here is my final face. I did some highlighting, contouring, put lashes on, you know, eyeliner, all that good stuff, some lips. And we're going to see how this foundation works for the rest of the day. It is currently 2:31, so let's say I put this foundation on like at 2 o'clock, because I went slow as hell. I took my time doing my makeup, so yeah. Let's talk a little bit about it before I go, because I don't want to just save everything for the final review, or well, not the final review, but the final portion of this video. After it had some time to set on my face, it does look a little bit better in the mirror. It does, you know, look like it matches a little bit more, but I'll see how it looks on camera, because I have like the sunlight directly at me, so you guys will be able to tell a bit more if it works, like if it's really matching. We'll have a truer picture. So yeah, the foundation feels very light. It does not feel like I have something caked on my face, and I really like that. But you guys, if you guys don't already know, I'm not going to assume that all of you know, but Estee Lauder is the same company as MAC, so there are a lot of similarities to the MAC foundation. Specifically for me, the MAC Matchmaster foundation, I feel as though the double wear, it has the same consistency, it has like the same color range, it has like the same, definitely has the same smell. But yeah, I feel like it is so much like the MAC Matchmaster. I really love the MAC Matchmaster. I've been wearing it for quite some time. I've been wearing it for a few years now, probably about 2 years. Or whenever it came out, that's when I started getting into it. And I really like that foundation. Even to this day, changing shades and all, I still love it, because you guys know, like, sometimes when I change shades and foundations, or I go back to it later, I sometimes tend to don't like it. But that MAC Matchmaster foundation has been one that's been tried and true. So, and it reminds me a lot of that. It blended out really well. I didn't need any, you know, I felt like I didn't need any additional touch-up. Probably only around the area where I had my reaction is where I would add a little bit more coverage, but other than that, I feel like it's perfectly fine going out like this. So yeah, we're gonna see how it lasts throughout the day, because like I said, I have a meeting later on, so I'll be going out, and we're gonna see how it looks afterwards after a full day. It does, to me, this is like a semi-matte kind of finish, because I do see, like, in some areas, even before I added my highlight, that it had that, you know, highlighted sort of finish. So it's not 100% matte to me, but, you know, it's good enough. It's fine. So yeah, we're gonna see how this oily girl fares out with this foundation for the day, and I will be back. Alright guys, so I am back. It is currently, check my phone, 11:38 in the night. I don't know if you guys can see that, because I have a privacy screen on my phone, but yeah, it's 11:38, and I've been wearing this foundation since like 2 o'clock when I first came to you guys. I have not blotted, not once, all day, so this is me, unblotted face, no touch-ups, no nothing, absolutely nothing. I did nothing to my face. I did notice a little bit of like oiliness on my nose area, but that's really the only area that I felt getting a little bit oily. So the first thing we're going to get into is we're going to read what's on the packaging of this foundation and get into like what was it really supposed to do and all of that. So it says for all skin types, a 15-hour staying power, looks fresh and flawless through heat, humidity, non-stop activity, won't change color, smudge, or come off on clothes, lightweight and so comfortable you won't believe it's long wear. Medium buildable coverage, won't clog pores, oil controlling, oil-free, fragrance-free, dermatologist and ophthalmologist tested. So first of all, has it been 15 hours? I don't think so. Yeah, no, I don't think so. It's not even 2 a.m. It hasn't even been 12 hours yet, but for the hours that I was out, about 8 hours or so that I was out, the foundation held up pretty well. No separation, no anything. I looked up close in my mirror and my face still looks the same as if when I first did my face. So that's amazing. Nothing is breaking down. Everything still looks fresh and flawless, like they said. The foundation is definitely medium to full coverage. You can definitely build this up to full coverage, and I believe it will be beautiful. But that's really not what I need from this foundation. So the medium coverage is just fine for me. Now, let's say if I was going to a photo shoot or something, then I'd probably dial it up a notch with the full coverage. But I think it's gonna be a little too much for me, given the consistency of this foundation. Yeah, I don't like to layer on foundations with the same consistency as my MAC foundations because it just doesn't look right for me. Now something like my Milani foundation, I can layer on and build up the full coverage and it looks absolutely amazing. But something like this, I wouldn't do that. Now, does it last through heat, humidity, and non-stop activity? When I was walking up the stairs, like, nothing happened. It was fine. Like I said, right now it's not really humid like it normally is here in the Bahamas because we are experiencing really cool weather. So I will have to retest again when it starts to get hotter, and I will tell you guys, give you guys a little update and everything. But from what I was doing all day, like, it stayed put, but that wasn't like anything too much. Now it did say it was transfer proof and it doesn't change color and it doesn't rub off on clothes. Now for not changing color, okay, yeah, I get that, because after like my oils, you know, got a chance to work with this foundation, like a couple minutes after I put it on, you know, it hasn't changed color from then. Like, I still feel like I look the same in camera view and everything. But as to say transfer proof or wouldn't rub off on clothes, I set my foundation with powder. So no matter what I do, like if I was to blot it on this hand towel right now, like of course I'm going to get something on the napkin because I set with powder, and the powder is not transfer proof. So, you know, you guys who don't set your makeup with powders will have to tell me how that goes, because I can't not set my foundation with powder. But we're gonna try it anyway. So I'm gonna go over here, on my chin, on my forehead. Because I did put some. Oh, well then. Could you guys see that napkin? Like, you can tell there's something there, but it's very faint, and it very well just could be the powder. Like, wow. Okay. Now with that, I'm impressed. So let's talk a little bit about the packaging and the price point. Now the packaging, true to Estee Lauder style, it's very nice, very sleek, very modern. The glass bottle. I don't like glass bottle foundations because they're very easy to break, so I don't like that. And on top of that, another thing that I don't like, it doesn't come with a pump, so I'll have to be spreading foundation on my hand, and that can get very messy, especially like if I'm wearing white or something like that. Like if you're a person that does their makeup after they've already put on their clothes, then that could be a problem for you. So I would suggest getting some pumps from MAC to add onto this foundation, but that just adds more expense on top of an already expensive foundation, because if I'm not mistaken, but I will annotate it below, this foundation retails for like $48.50 or something like that, but it is pretty pricey. And for you to have to go out and purchase like a $6 pump for it, like that brings it up to like a 50 something foundation. if the price that I stated was correct. So yeah, it could get pretty pricey, but this foundation, it really blends into your skin really well. It blends really well. Like, it looks very natural. It looks very skin-like. You still look made up. Like, you're not, no one's gonna ask you like, oh, what do you use on your skin? Or they're gonna be like, oh my god, what foundation are you wearing? So it's like, you still know the person is wearing a foundation, but you're gonna be like, oh my god, that looks like a very beautiful foundation. Like, what is it? I have to get it. I felt like it worked really well with my other products that are on my skin, my other cream products, my Cover FX contour, my Cam & Kwan Sensual Skin Enhancer, my Anastasia Beverly Hills highlight. It worked really well, of course, with my MAC pressed powder, my prolonged wet pressed powder that I used to set my face, my buttercup powder. It just works well, really well with everything. It works well with my oils, and I look very like, I look like I'm ready for photos, okay? I look like I'm ready. But I really like this foundation. I don't think it was overhyped. I think you guys, if you purchase it in your right shade, you will really like it as well. I think I'm going to stick with the 5W2 Caramel. Like, I think I like how it looks enough in pictures and under light to stick with this color. So yeah, the one time, or like one of the rare times that picking your shade online actually works. Don't you just love it? And my light just went out. So that means it's time to wrap up this video, and thank goodness I got to say everything that I had to say. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and until my next video, I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye!